Let us begin today's meditation. Settle down and relax. Very gradually start disconnecting yourself from the external world. You may first connect with the space and the environment which you have chosen for yourself for meditation. There's a beautiful energy around you. It will help you to narrow down. And now connect with your body. Start from the top of your head and slowly move downwards till you reach your soles, your toes. Send utmost comfort and ease to every single part of your body. Do not hurry. Be very patient as you restore your connection with your body. You have already started to go deeper by raising the level of your body consciousness. Now let's take one step further and connect with the breath and raise the level of breath awareness. Don't do anything. Just be. Be with the breath. Be in the moment. As you flow with it, it will take you away from this painful, sorrowful world. So flow with it. Enhance your awareness to the level where the mind does not cease to disturb you. It becomes so subtle that as if it does not exist. So be absolutely aware of what you are doing. Choose the silence and purity of the breath over chaotic and distractive mind. Make a better choice. Last 10 minutes, dear friends. As the mind becomes unoccupied, the cosmic energy starts flowing in and the healing process begins. Five minutes more. The fountain of peace and eternity is already inside us. We are only trying to unearth it by going deeper and deeper. Gently shift your attention to your body and notice how does it feel now? Are you more centered, more grounded, more connected, more aware? You may now want to connect with the same space where you are right now and see it has become more conducive, more better. You may bring gentle movements around the body very slowly. You don't want to injure your nerves, so be absolutely slow and gentle as you return. And you may open your eyes whenever you want, whenever you feel you are ready. Namaste, dear friends. Thank you so much for joining in today. The energy of the group meditation is indeed different as compared to when we meditate on our own individually. So we must join in for the group meditation anytime and every time we get a chance. So thank you again for contributing to this group meditation today. Today I want to talk about the resistances before and after and during the meditation. I come across a lot of people when they know that I am a meditation coach, I guide people on spiritual aspects. Very often they'll come and say that they don't have time for meditation. And I feel this is the first resistance. When there was no technology, no gadgets, people were busy. And today, when we are loaded with information, social media, handsets, gadgets, we are more busy. So I think it is all about prioritizing. If we prioritize our time, our tasks, we can easily take out time for meditation. In fact, there are people who don't miss sitting for hours together and they are running the company. They are leading thousands of people and still they take out time for themselves because they have prioritized themselves. In fact, they have cut down the futile things from their life. We can do that. All we have to do is just sit through our day, understand, analyze, and then plan accordingly. And if somehow we sit for meditation, many more resistances are waiting. The first resistance that comes from um, within us is the body. There are many people who have been meditating and they really want to enhance their sitting duration. They want to meditate for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours together, sometimes 5 hours, but they are not able to do it. The reason is they feel that their body does not support. And to overcome that, I usually suggest people that have vegetarian food. We should not eat the food which contains suffering. And that, of course, is the non vegetarian food. because body does not accept that. And that's why when we sit for any divine cause, the body resists. And the second thing that we can do is that let us exercise a little bit. Any exercise of your choice. Like I preferentially do yoga. We can go for a walk, we can swim, we can cycle, anything. Because it releases the blockages inside the body. And I have seen that. I used to meditate first, later I started practicing yoga. And when I started practicing yoga, sitting for meditation for prolonged hours really became easy for me, though it took time, but I could sit through. So these are the two aspects which we need to take into consideration to reduce the resistance from the body. The second resistance, which I often hear from people, is that they are not able to focus on their breath. They are not able to identify with the breath. They have such a distractive mind that even if they sit for meditation, they are only thinking, thinking, and thinking. Means they are completely distracted, let alone being with the breath. And then I suggest them do some breath exercise, pranayam, breath work. There are innumerable ways to tap this life force. Because when we do these breath exercise, we realize that we have a unceasingly running life force under our nose. We can survive without food for a few days. We can survive without water for some days. Can you imagine surviving without this breath, even for a minute? Of course, yogis can because they have mastered it, but we cannot. So they realize the importance and beauty of breath in their life. And after realization becomes taking charge. They start taking charge of the breath. And so being with the breath and being aware of the breath becomes a cakewalk. And third and the last resistance, which is of course why we are meditating, is our own mind. Or let me call it mind stuff. Because mind itself is, is an element of mind stuff. So we have mind, we have intellect, we have ego, and then we have chitta, that we call as consciousness or subconsciousness, which is a part of the antahakaran. So this antahakaran concept comes from the Vedic philosophy, wherein it means inner senses. We have external senses, then we have inner instruments. So mind, ego, intellect, and subconscious, they four together form the inner instruments. Our ego does not want us to surrender, resistance. Our intelligence, we find rationals, logics, proof. And if you are looking for such proofs, meditation will not help because meditation means going beyond physical, going beyond known. So we have ego, resistance from ego, we have resistance from intelligence, then we have resistance from the mind itself because mind is a storehouse of thoughts, memories, tendencies, dispositions, desires, what not. The list just goes endless. And last, we have it from the subconscious mind. Because mind is the mirror, subconscious mind is the storehouse, which has the memories of our past life, our sanskaras, which we have acquired through multiple life. So all these four are the biggest resistance that we have. And that is why we have to start with the body, move to the breath, and finally reach mind stuff. But like in order to deal with the resistance, we have to face the resistance. If we think that one day I will come out of the body resistance, then I will do some breath work, and then I'll know about, we will never meditate. By simply sitting for meditation, under meditation, we begin to overcome these resistances step by step. But it is important that we know them. It is important that we realize that yes, we have these resistances and we can overcome them by meditating more, by being a part of the group meditation, reading spiritual books, and connecting with spiritual people. And there are many more such things, exercises, and steps that we can undertake to overcome these resistances, like being mindful, giving yourself a positive talk, and writing. Yes, writing is another tool which helps us to center ourselves, because all these practices are again centered with the mind. They help us to ground ourselves, they help us to rise above these mental afflictions, these defilements that have long been encapsulating us, imprisoning us. And my soul is longing for the freedom, for evolution. So, my dear friends, let us all together rise above all these resistances and have beautiful divine experiences in meditation so that we can go back to the source and be one with the universal consciousness. So, now I would like to invite you to come forward and share your wisdom on your resistances. If you faced any resistance, in fact, it reminds me, we have resistance from the external world as well. There are people who say that my family conditions does not allow me, my family does not like when I go for spiritual practices. They think that I am being conditioned. So we have resistance from external world also, but I do not consider them, because the moment I connect with myself, when I start beginning the change from inside me, the outer world changes, the outer reality changes. So if you have had any such resistance and your journey, how you overcame it, please come forward and share your wisdom. And if you still feel, yes, this is one resistance which you need to work still, and you are still battling with it, and you have progressed, please do share.
Hello, Gazal ji.
Yes, Madhuji, thank you every time for breaking the ice.
No, I was in a deep meditation. I could not open my eyes. I was listening to you. It was so deep. It was very deep. Thank you. Thank you so much for the meditation and also
Thank you.
for the talk which you have given. It is very important each time when you come and you share a topic and you ask our experiences. That's where I think we all can reflect upon, so, and when you were speaking about the resistances over today, I felt like my resistance was like sometimes we think that spiritual I told before also that spiritual people doesn't have ego, the people who meditates doesn't have ego, but sometimes this ego comes up. So that's where I was holding this resistance of not like seeing that ego. Maybe it's just for an hour, but that 1 hour was very, what do you say, like it's very traumatic, I can say, like so much running in my head. So but it is not very difficult for the ones who are meditating to see it, but whereas
Mm,
for the ones who doesn't meditate, it takes a lot of time, many days, even months, to understand what they are going through.
yes.
So yeah, that sometimes pops up, but I'm becoming more aware and aware. So for everything, awareness is the key. I see that, like
Mm,
if you have any resistances in your life, once you become aware of it, that you are having these kind of resistances, these kind of things, then you can work upon there. So that was it. And I really liked the way you have spoken about the diet and all these external disturbances and everything. So yes, it really matters. And starting from today, I'm again going back to my raw food diet for 55 days. And because I started this inner journey workshop, so I'm part of it. So I thought, okay, I'll keep myself light when I'm doing this energy work. So these 55 days I'm on a raw food diet and exercising. doing yoga. And
Oh,
yeah, so thank you for again. It's a first day, so thank you for telling it today. It's really good to hear. Thank you, Gazalji.
thank you, Madhuji. You have correctly put it about the ego thing. Yes, actually, when I was not meditating, I never felt that I'm egoistic. I felt it's my nature, it's a part of my life. I'm not egoistic. I'm a nice person. I'm a positive person. The moment I started meditating, the first revelation that came to me that I am an egoistic being. And that you truly said came from the awareness.
Mm,
My awareness expanded. In fact, it is with every meditator. The moment your awareness expands, you realize your flaws. And that's how we start working on them.
correct.
And I think it's a ritual, it's a daily ritual because unconsciously, unknowingly, the ego crops up. And we don't realize that I was egoistic at that point of time.
Mm,
Or it was my ego trip that brought all those suffering in my life. So the more we meditate, the more we get opportunity to chop our egos. So
correct.
ego is very subtle.
Yeah.
It's a slow poison. I call it slow poison. And it is killing each one of us.
Yeah.
And only the meditators can connect and chop that.
Yeah, I think we only do that very quickly. Once
Yes,
we see that the weed is coming, so we can take it out with the roots.
yes,
So
yes.
yeah, well said,
Yeah.
SLG.
And
Thank you.
very glad to know that you are doing that 55 days. I wanted to do that as well, but the time slot which they've kept, I'm occupied at that time,
Mm,
and
mm,
I never wanted that I should zoom in and out, do it for 20 days, and then
mm.
come out. I never wanted to break that energy. So I'm
It's a
looking
process,
forward
right?
that if they come again, maybe in next few months or next
Yes,
year, I will be a part of it.
yes,
Unfortunately, maybe the universe thinks that I'm not ready to be a part of it because the time slot that they have kept is something where I'm occupied and have
it's
some personal
2:30 to 4:30 Indian time.
yes,
Yes.
yes. So I'm not available at that time.
No
So I
problem, no
wanted to be.
problem.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful the concept and the masters that they have invited. I am sure, but I
Yes.
would like to know from you on the
Yes.
56th day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I will let you know.
yes, because
Yes,
it
I'm very
will
looking
help
forward.
me. Yeah, it will help me to be on this footsteps. And whenever they come back again, I'm sure they will launch it again to cover more
Yes,
range of people.
yes,
I will be a part of it. Yeah.
yes.
Otherwise, I'm usually free
Mm,
during these time range.
mm,
But next coming 2 months, I have some commitment. So
mm,
maybe
no
universe
problem.
has
Yes,
some other plans for me. Yeah.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Can we have one more sharing? We have Michael Peters, we have MK, we have Usha ji. Please come forward, and it's nice to speak. And uh,
Hello, Gazalji. Good morning. Hello,
good morning,
Madhu.
Usha
Hello.
ji.
Thank you for a wonderful session and a wonderful wisdom sharing. Yeah, and as always, was very good. Yeah, in regards to resistance, externally, yes, when I started or when I wanted to go for a 10-day camp, a few years back, there was a resistance from my family. In fact, they said, okay, she is going on some camp. Probably she will come like in this saffron clothes or orange clothes. She is already out from our hands, from the family. Maybe she will not even return after 10 days. So it was quite funny, but at the same time, yeah, many people are at my own family members did not speak to me when I said that I'm going on a spiritual journey or a meditation path. So once I came back and once they saw what I have or what I was having a different glow on my face. So this was the first. Even I was not. I was very skeptical, to be honest, when I thought, okay, I can I do this 10-day program or not. And later, of course, as you mentioned, I never thought that okay, probably an exercise could improve this. So it was a very wonderful wisdom sharing of yours. Of course, adding as always, Madhu is there. She is wonderful soul or a wonderful being, and I'm very grateful to be associated with her. She keeps us motivated all the time. Thank you. Thank you for wonderful wisdom sharing.
Thank you. Thank you, Ushaji. Yes, in fact, I totally believe and agree with you that the very first resistance that we have after us is the family. Because
Yes.
usually yeah, we see that only one member is the person who begins the spiritual journey, and others are non-cooperative. But as they see the progress and the outlook of the person changing, family comes together. So the family who was resisting is the one now standing as a support. So this has happened with
Exactly.
me also. Yeah, initially my family was, they have always been cooperative, but yes, they used to be at some distance. Okay, let her be whatever she's doing, and now they've become a part of me, my routine, my programs. Wherever I go, whatever I do, they're always a part of it. In fact, they help me, they support me, and sometimes if I'm not feeling like, we have our lows and ups. So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm low, they'll come up and say, "What has happened to you? You have to do this." A lot of people are there. If you will be like this, how will you guide them? So now they have become that support for me. So it happens. And that is why I always say that even if one person is awakened in the family, the person has the awaken the entire family, then the clan, then the society, neighborhood, and nation, and the planet Earth. So I think you, me, Madhuji, and all those who are meditators around the world, they are doing their bit to bring that awareness and ascension in their life, their family's life, and the life of the society. And that is why we still have beautiful patches around the Mother Earth, which are still safe, which are still guarded and well nestled by the beauty of nature. So that speaks a lot about it. Thank you so much, Ushaji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. So let us all realize our resistances and know that we have resistances. We also have the power to overcome them, beat them, and shine through and continue our spiritual journey. So thank you so much today, all beautiful people, for joining in and raising the level of this meditation. So please keep coming in. We have daily meditations, morning and evening, and be a part of it. And also, please do share your wisdom as and when you can. So, thank you so much. Continue to meditate, and namaste. Signing off. Have a good time. See you.
Namaste.